Hi, welcome to Who Are You Wearing, the fashion podcast that's not really about clothes. I'm Alice, and my guest this week is an especially fabulous addition to the dressing room. But before we meet them, June is Pride Month, and it was really important to me to mark this on the podcast because the fashion industry, and all of us really, owe so much to the LGBTQIA+ community. From designers to pop culture icons, there is no fashion without the queer community. And my guest this week is the future of drag. She is Scotland's youngest drag queen. She's only 19 and she's been doing drag for 5 years. She's not only a look queen, she can sing, dance and act too. Yes, it is the one and only Cherry West. Cherry, welcome to the dressing room.
Oh my god, hello, this is incredible. Thank you so much for having me.
I just like to hype you up, you know.
I need that introduction every time I wake up in the morning because that gave me an ego boost.
Well, you are very easy to hype up. What you have done with your life so far is incredible.
Thank you so much.
But you're out of drag today.
Yes.
You are in boy mode.
I am.
I would love to ask, we obviously have seen so many of your incredible costumes as Cherry. We have some of them here today.
Yes.
But when you're out of drag, how much focus are you putting into your clothes and what you wear?
Like out of drag, I don't really care what I wear, which, I mean, I don't know if you can tell today, but like when I first started drag especially, because I was so focused on like what I was going to look like in drag, like I remember there was a point where like I was literally wearing the same like 3 outfits every week, and I was like, this is bad. And it got to a point where I was like, I need to like find a balance between like out of drag and in drag, and I think that's really important. And once you kind of find that, then you're fine. But like a lot of the time I just kind of was so focused on Cherry and didn't really care like what I was doing like or wearing out of drag, which I like to, now that I've been on TV, I need to look presentable when I'm walking the dog. Do you know what I mean?
Totally, just in case you get papped at any point.
Do you know, actually I was walking the dog yesterday and I was imagining a paparazzi just came up and like took a photo of me walking the dog, and I was wearing like Grinch Crocs.
Okay.
So I was like, that's not a good photo.
Well, you look great today. I mean, you're wearing a red jacket.
Well,
I feel like you're always a little bit on brand.
Yes, you've got to brand. I think that's so important for drag queens. Like you have to like know what you're known for, and like a lot of time when people wear red, they like tag me on Instagram and they're like, wearing Cherry West.
Yeah.
So it's quite funny.
But so Cherry West.
Yes.
Why the name? What's the story behind it?
Do you know, I actually get asked this all the time, and I feel like there's not really a really fun story. I just kind of like put 2 drag queens together, like
so
two
like one
names.
of those drag generators.
It basically was. There was 2 drag queens on Drag Race, and I put their names together and was like, Cherry West. At first I was called Red Betty West, and then I was like, it makes more sense. I don't want to be trapped in a box to always feel like I'm wearing red.
Yeah.
If I'm called Red Betty West. So I changed it to Cherry West. And now I'm the Red Betty of Edinburgh. So that kind of works.
Who is Cherry? Do you have a persona for her, or does she have a backstory?
Oh my god, I've never been asked that before. I feel like I like to think when I'm in drag I'm like this rich, classy like woman, which is the complete opposite to me. Because I've got 2 in my bank account right now. But I like to have this like character that I think I'm like the most famous woman in the world.
I have spoken to a lot of drag queens and they say imagine. Like, yes, I'm this rich fancy woman. I'm like, girl, your ass is literally out, but sure, I believe in you.
Clock that tea. She said, if your ass is out, you are not rich. That's so funny. But I've not really got like I think like for me, I don't see a difference in my character, but like a lot of my friends, obviously, as soon as I'm like in full drag with the wig and lashes, they can tell like I'm a complete different person. Like I do have this, I mean, I am quite confident, but I do have like this crazy like loud personality in drag, and I feel like there's nothing really stopping you when you're in drag. Like you can kind of get away with a lot more when you're in drag, because you can just be like, oh well, I'm a drag queen.
Not to get too deep too early, but is there something about drag that is kind of like a suit of armor when you're wearing it?
Yeah, well, like starting drag, you just kind of feel like you can only talk to people when you're in drag, because that's kind of what people only want to see. So I think like drag is so incredible that, like, you do feel like you're a different person, and there's like a big mask, and as I said, like, you can get away with lots more, so you do feel like this unstoppable person when you're in drag. And I do feel like everyone should try drag like at one point in their life, because you do feel something different, and like every time I put like one of my friends in drag, like you can tell they feel like this extra added person onto them. It's really crazy like how drag can make you feel, and I think that's why I've done it for so long.
Yeah, well, speaking of so long, I think we have to go back to when you first started.
Oh
I
my
can't believe
gosh.
you're 19.
I know.
You've been doing drag for 5 years. So since you were basically a child,
Yes!
like what was your journey into that?
Do you know what? Saying that like I've been doing it for so long, I feel like I'm getting old now, and it's weird because for so long I've felt like this 14-year-old drag queen that like blew up on TikTok. Like a lot of people still see me as like a 14-year-old because that's what they know me as. So it's so weird that like I'm 19 years old. Like I feel like it's not processed into my brain that I am like growing up. But when I first started drag, like I seen Drag Race and I was like, I really want to do this, and I felt like it was. I don't know if you've probably found this with like doing your podcast and like when you started getting into like journalism and interviewing and stuff. Like I felt like I found what I was meant to do, and like I highly believe in like everything happens for a reason, and like there's this train theory where it's like you're on a train journey and people get on and off, and like I'm so like highly believing in that. Like I feel like I did find my purpose, and like I don't think I'm gonna look back. Like it's crazy. Like I can't believe I've been doing it for like 5 years.
Well, it's so wild to me because when Drag Race first came out, I watched it like from the start. Was it like 2009 or something?
Well, I think it was 2006, which was when I was born.
I was going to say when you were a fetus. You were literally a fetus when
I think
it started.
The first season was filmed in 2006. If I've done my research right, don't count me on it. Which I was literally born in 2006, which is crazy.
But like, what I think is crazy is like I always knew drag. I had Lily Savage on TV.
Oh, incredible.
And all the sort of British high camp like Dame Edna Everett and all those sort of people. But for people your age, Drag Race, I suppose, was your main reference for drag. And
it was.
I feel it's like a different pressure and a different expectation. Like everyone on Drag Race looks phenomenal. Yeah. Do you feel this pressure to spend loads of money on outfits and have this incredible wardrobe as a drag queen?
100%. Like Drag Race has changed so much in like the whole UK drag scene. I think when I first started drag, like my first outfit was a custom outfit, which is absolutely insane. I didn't even know how to put a lash on, and I was already spending like £200 on an outfit. Yeah. Which anyone that wants to start drag, please do not buy things if you don't know what you're doing with it. And that's like my biggest regret is when I first started drag, I was getting styled wigs that were like so expensive and I didn't even know how to like look after them and stuff, and it was just a waste of money. Whereas I feel like if you are starting drag, like obviously you are in our day and age, you do see Drag Race and say, well, I need this, they're buying this costume and like I forgot when I first started that these shows have smooth fillers on them. Like these drag queens are not smooth, and they probably are like crunchy in person, which is normal. No one has smooth skin. Like it's life. Do you know what I mean? So like when you're trying to like do what these huge drag queens are doing on your TV and trying to like you look up to them and want to be them, like you put so much pressure on yourself. And I think because I was kind of starting to get a name for myself when I was younger, like I did feel like I had to do all this stuff, and like I wish like someone told me that like you don't have to just do what you're doing and like it's fine. Whereas like now I want to do that to like younger people that want to do drag. Like I want to tell them like just chill and enjoy it. Like I feel like a lot of the time, like the past few years, I've kind of lost the joy in drag because I just see it as a job, and it's like, well, I'm like, because I'm overworking myself so much, it's kind of like I'm just doing it to get it done rather than like actually like sitting and enjoying the process, which I have fallen back in love with drag, but I did lose it for a bit and was like, why am I actually doing this?
You can't fall out. You just told me about the train theory. You're like, this is what I'm meant to do.
But I also feel like it's normal in life for people to like have self-doubt and kind of like everyone, I mean, it's probably the same with you. Like you kind of sit and you're like, what am I actually doing this for? And then you fall back in love with it. I think it's just kind of the process of like becoming yourself, and you learn a lot from it. But that was, sorry, I went on a tangent there.
No, I love it. I love that we were just like...
I forgot the question.
But Drag Race queens and looks, and you obviously are serving looks. We've got some stunning outfits in here today, but true drag is a performance art. Yes. It's comedy, it's music, it's hosting. And you can do all of these things. Like, wait, but what was your background in performing? Because you were doing incredible things, like literally from a child, right?
Thank you. I think I'm very lucky that in my family, like, it was very, Paul O'Grady was like in my household. Lily Savage was like Dame Edna. Everyone was like speaking about it in my family. So I kind of, I obviously seen Drag Race and wanted to start because of that, and that gave me that push. But it was like always around my family of like, we went to a drag show when I was in Lanzarote when I was like 12. So I have always been around like actual old school drag, which is what I feel like I'm quite happy that I bring I bring old school drag with a twist of new school. Like, I think a lot of drag queens just kind of put on a wig and like, I'm a drag queen. Whereas like there's so much actually like happening with drag that like it's not just like putting on a wig. It's actually like you're still like protesting and like proving that you are like a person that people don't see. So I think there's so much behind drag that like is not talked about in the young community, and I feel like I need to now start using my platform to do that.
Yeah,
which is great. Look at me growing up. Like, what's happening?
Well, it's a big responsibility, and
I know.
I find it crazy, right? When people are like, "Oh, drag queens shouldn't be around kids." I'm like, "What? In case they end up this fabulous? Like, are you not the case study of actually maybe kids should see more drag?"
Do you know what's so funny? When I was 14 and like news articles were coming out about me because of TikTok, people were commenting being like, your parents are groomers and all this stuff. I was like, girl, please. Like, if I wanted to put on a wig, I will.
Yeah. And why is it different from if you had gone into ballet or musical
Well, exactly.
theatre?
Well, they were saying that. They were like, they shouldn't be wearing these outfits, whereas they've got like 6-year-olds wearing leotards doing dancing. So what's the issue for me?
Yeah.
Just because I'm a boy? It's crazy.
Exactly. But speaking of outfits, I feel we have to chat about some of these.
Oh
so
my God, I know.
my mannequin lady has very kindly got a loan of this incredible tartan. Is it a jacket? Is it a dress?
I would say it's a blazer.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
It would be like a little blazer
like a
dress
dress
on me, I
blazer.
think.
Yeah, this was. Oh my God, this is actually. I've never seen this properly, like on a mannequin.
Well, the detailing is stunning. Like, we've got the lace, we've got the rhinestones. What is the story behind this, and where did it come from?
So this tartan blazer, this was actually made for my promo look to announce the show, the agency Unfiltered. So the incredible Freak Couture from Manchester, who's made a lot of my costumes and a lot of stuff for Drag Race. I reached out to them and was like, I need something that gives like business fashion, but also represents Scotland. So I'm sure you've heard of Lawrence Chaney,
of course,
the incredible Glasgow drag queen that won Drag Race. She wore something like this in purple.
Yes.
And I seen it, I was like, I feel like the original design that she was inspired by was red, so I was like, I kind of want a replica of this. Because I feel like it's in my brand, it's red and black, and it also represents Scotland really well because it's got tartan in it, and it's just like so pretty. Like the stoning and the detailing is crazy, and it just kind of fit perfectly for what we needed it for the promo. Because like obviously if you've seen in the show, they were all in like suits and stuff, and I was like, well, I'm just a big drag queen, so I was like, if I have like a fashiony blazer, like it's kind of cool.
Well, it's given like I'm here for business, but also I look great.
No, I actually, this is one of my favorite outfits, and I've never like worn something like, I feel like it's kind of like basic, but it's very drag. So it's like you've got like the exaggerated like sleeves and stuff.
The sleeves, the big bishop
it still
sleeves
gives drag
incredible.
while like you're not going to see this in Primark. So
yeah,
that's why I actually love it, and it's like not a silhouette that I wear a lot.
Yeah.
So it's quite comfortable, which is good.
But when you wear something like this for like a really iconic moment in your career, like Agency Unfiltered, or I'm sure like the Queens on Drag Race as well, do you get this fear about being seen in the same outfits as a drag queen?
Oh my God, all the time.
Yeah.
Like I get so stressed. Like I was scared this week wearing it because I already wore it on Instagram. Like I feel like because of Drag Race, like if you're wearing the same thing twice, you kind of, I don't even know why it happens. Like it just randomly happened. Like no one was like, you cannot wear this. It just kind of like fell into the scene where everyone's like, oh, they're wearing that outfit again,
which is mental because it's a costume.
I know.
Like you go on stage as a theatre performer in the same costume.
Literally, it's so bad that like I'm in this mindset where I literally can't wear the same thing twice, and it's not financially possible.
Totally.
But like I think there's a limit. Like if you're wearing it like twice in the same week in like the same venue, that's ridiculous because it's new customers you want to bring in. So if a lot of people come to my shows and if they were to see the same outfit twice, I think they'd be a bit like, oh, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like this like pressure of having to always constantly have new outfits, which
I definitely don't think people are thinking that, even just like in our own lives. Like
that's
people
true.
Don't clock if you're wearing the same thing, and if you are a character that Cherry is, I don't think that's the issue, but I fully understand your pressure.
See, but then I go to a show and I'm like, they're wearing the same outfit again. Like,
because
I'm like, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So then it's like, it's like this really bad constant like cycle of, it's not good. but it's hard to fall out of, which I need to, because I can't keep buying new costumes anymore.
Yeah, but there is a lot of pressure, and it feels like you have a really good support network behind you. But how are you dealing with being Scotland's youngest drag queen? I mean, like, babes, your frontal lobe isn't fully developed yet.
Oh my God.
How are you dealing with all this pressure?
I don't know. You know, I actually don't know how I've done it. Sometimes I feel like a robot. Like, I just kind of wake up and do it.
Yeah.
Which is what I meant back when I said, like, it felt like a job and I was just getting it done that day. like, I think you really have to enjoy what you do, and you have to really care if you want to
Yeah.
make it big. And like, I've got so many goals and so many dreams that like I really want to do with drag and like out of drag. And do you know what's so weird? Like, when I first like started getting millions of views on TikTok, I was like, oh my god, this is the start. This is like the beginning. Whereas now that this like TV show's happening, like now I feel like this is the start, and like everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. Like, I was walking my dog earlier and I got quite emotional thinking about like everything. Like, it's been like such a crazy 5 years, and I feel like not one month has just been like boring. It's always been constant, like doing things that have like that I'd never imagined. And someone said to me the other week that like has been doing drag for ages, that like a lot of people don't even get to do like one of these things in their career, and I've got to do like so much, and it's like crazy that I'm in a position where I can like do that. It's like it's so crazy.
Totally. But I think it's time for us to fully get into Agency Unfiltered.
Oh
so
my god,
we had the lovely Amy and Kirsten on the show last week.
You did.
I think this is a show, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is like the biggest show for under 34s on BBC Scotland.
Under 34s, that's
yeah, us youths. Hey. So how was it being part of, like, did you apply? Were you scouted?
Oh my god, do you know what, it actually was so incredible. I remember watching season 3 last year, and like obviously being a young content creator, I remember watching it being like, oh my god, like this is so crazy that, like, they made Scotland look like America. Like the way they edited it like was so incredible, and I was like, I want to be on that. So then I did the Edinburgh Fringe last year, which was a show called like After Telly, and it was about me wanting to be on TV. Because there's been so many times where I've had the chance and then just like nothing happened of it. So after promoting that and stuff, I got contacted. I got an email being like, we're casting this show, we've seen your show, and you want to be on TV, so would you like to like be considered? And I was like, obviously. So I replied to the email. I'd be like, oh yes, I'd love to. And then they called me like literally an hour after, and then we had like a huge like 2-hour chat. I think while I was walking my dog, actually. And the funny story, when they were asking me questions, already I was ready for the TV. When they were asking me questions, I was like, do you want the real answer or the TV one? So I was just kind of giving it from the get-go, and then a couple of days later, they spoke to the producers, and then I was casted, and it was crazy. Like, I filmed the whole process, like getting the call and like actually like sitting there being like, I'm about to film a TV show. It was crazy.
But to come back to something you said there, so being on a reality TV show and having this massive TikTok following, do you ever feel like it's hard to know, like, am I being me? Am I being the character of Cherry? Like, do you ever feel like you have to present in a certain way? You don't just get to like feel your feels? I
feel like especially for the first day of filming, I kind of had to, I was like, I need to make television. I had to like be right in the character mode. So as you've seen, like, as soon as they said something, I was like bouncing right back, trying to give them so much television. And there was like a lot of stuff that didn't make the cut, unfortunately, where I was like giving the drama. Where there was actually a specific scene that I hoped was in it, which isn't. But obviously it's like you're only seeing 30 minutes of like a full like 8-hour filming day. I think it was actually longer. It was like 9 till 8 p.m. So I don't know how long that is. But like I was kind of performing like the whole day, which was in the second episode when I was out of drag. It felt nice to actually just live in the moment, which I think was quite important. But like obviously going back to like the TikTok followers and stuff, like I felt like I was the only Scottish person in the competition. So I felt like a lot of pressure being like, I have to represent Scotland since all these English and Irish people are in. I was like, I need to do well. So I tried my best, which I think, well, no spoilers.
I know, no spoilers, but it is great. I really recommend you go and watch it. I loved it, but I think I'm honestly more interested in you as a performer. I think it's such an incredible thing to be able to do. So when you're becoming Cherry, how long does that process take you to get all glammed up?
You know, so because I did Panto last December, I learned like how to do my makeup really fast.
You
so,
did
like,
your own makeup?
Yeah, I had to do my own makeup.
Yeah.
But the call time would be 8 in the morning, and me and my best friend that was one of the dancers, Rachel, we would arrive at 9.
Okay.
Even though we're meant to be there at 8. So we would arrive at 9, and I'd literally have like 40 minutes to do my full face and get in full costume to be on stage at 10. So I kind of learned to do that really fast, which because I'm such like I put so much time into the performing aspect of drag, whereas I don't really care about like the makeup and stuff. I'm just kind of like, let's get that done and I can actually perform. Like that's the main part of drag for me. Like I love performing, and I feel like if I didn't perform on stage, I probably wouldn't be doing it as long as I have been, because like the feeling you get on stage from the crowd, like it's just like an experience that like you like, it's incredible. It's crazy. Like seeing people like laugh and smile and like see if they're having like a shit day and then they come to a show and they just feel like they can escape for like 2 hours, and that's what's really important when I'm performing. Like if I've not done that, then gonna go home and cry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it's so incredible seeing like people's reactions to my show, and like obviously being so young and people being so shocked that like I'm as good as I am when I'm so young. It's crazy.
Well, I think that's what drag brings, and I think that's why I love it so much. Is it's fashion, it's panto, it's musical theatre,
Yeah.
it's comedy, it's literally everything, and that to me is just like pure escapism. And it's such a privilege to get to experience that.
It is. I genuinely, that's what I was thinking. Like, I wish everyone could experience drag. Like, the way it does make you feel so powerful and so incredible. Like, it has gotten me like away from loads of stuff that's happened in the world. Like, it's a really good distraction as well to just kind of like sit down and focus on drag, and it's like a really good escapism for me, and not just the audience. Like, it's so insane. Like, I love it.
What are some misconceptions then about drag?
I think like obviously you only get to see what you see in front of you. Like, social media is so like, I mean, it's a false reality. So like, it's not, you don't just get to see what we put out. Obviously we're not going to put out the hard parts of drag, whereas like when you're going home after a show at like 2 a.m. and you're kind of like, the other night I was doing a show for the World Cup, and then after I got home I just kind of sat in my bed, like, and like you just kind of sit lonely and just like in a dark room, and it's like really weird to like go from, it's like the come down's really hard of like drag, of like when you're performing and stuff, and the adrenaline just like slowly fades. It's hard. Like, I think that's the hard parts that you don't get to see in drag, which like if you are doing drag, you can tell you have to be strong, because it is hard.
But how were you performing then when you were under 18 and you legally couldn't get into venues?
Well, somehow I actually was performing in clubs. Like, I don't understand how it happened.
Did you have like your parents there, or?
Yeah, so I had to have a legal guardian.
Okay,
but
that's wild.
I know. When I was 15, I started my own events company because I couldn't perform in clubs, so I hired venues, sold tickets, and like I ended up booking people from Drag Race and stuff, which was like crazy at the age of 15, 16. Booking and like I sold out every single one. And it was crazy. Like, drag queens from Scotland on Twitter would be like, why is this young drag queen hosting bingo and stuff? And they kind of like
put it on.
Well, exactly, they put on like all these like weird things about me on social media. It was crazy seeing like how jealous people can get. Just like, they obviously thought I was like this new queen, like coming in stealing it, like all their,
but you
all
made
the opportunities, but I made
for
them
yourself.
literally. Like, I'd reach out to venues and stuff and be like, do you want a drag show, and stuff, and like a lot of people just kind of sit back and expect it, whereas you have to actually, like, if you don't ask, you don't get it. So I made like a lot of opportunities for myself when I was younger, and I still kind of do. Like, I still reach out to people and I'm like, do you want this, or do you want to do this? Like, if you don't start your own opportunities, you're not really going to get any. And that's what I feel like.
Girl, I'm exactly. Podcast studio.
But like, so many drag queens just think they can sit there and like get booked themselves, but that's not how it works, and that's how I have became like who I am. And I also, like, because I was young performing, like I've learned a lot, like what not to do and how to like cater specific tracks to like specific audience ranges. Like, a lot of drag queens when they're young think like, oh, I've been given a 30-minute set, so I'm going to perform non-stop lip sync numbers for 30 minutes. Whereas I would do like 3 songs, do a game, and like do like audience interaction and stuff, whereas like you just kind of don't think, which is normal, but you just kind of learn as experiences go on. You really have your head screwed on, like everything you're saying. I'm like, how are you like this at 19? Well, I was kind of like this. I was like this at 15, which is why I think I kind of just had my head in the business game, and that's what's kind of like stood me out from everyone else, which is that's why, I mean, like, I feel like I'm a robot sometimes. Like, I feel like I was born just like to do this, and it's so crazy.
Well, please look after yourself, because you don't want to like have a Britney in your early 20s. Like, please.
I might. No, sometimes I do overwork myself, and I'm like, right, I need to really take a break and calm down. But I just kind of like get out of it and just kind of carry on what I'm doing.
To bring it back to the fashion.
Yes.
This amazing blazer from Agency Unfiltered aside, what are some of your favourite outfits you've ever worn as Cherry?
Oh my God. I feel like, especially with like outfits, you're the same probably, whereas like they have a special meaning to you. Like, my first ever outfit I got in drag, like I can never get rid of that, even though it's absolutely disgusting. No offense to the people who made it. Like,
what did it look like?
It was red and black, coincidentally. It was like red on one side, black on the other. It was kind of like a half and half color, and it like kind of cut off here. It was quite disgusting, but like I can never get rid of it, because it was my first ever outfit, and like I don't want to get rid of it, because it's just like a nice touch. I mean, I will never wear it again, but like it's nice to just keep. So I'd say like stuff that has meaning, like my first ever outfit, and then obviously my 1-year drag anniversary outfit. It was like my first like proper expensive outfit, and I did like a big photo shoot with the the Scottish Sun or the Daily Record, one of them.
Okay.
So I did a shoot with them, and then that was like crazy, like doing drag for 1 year, and like stuff like that hold like a sentimental piece to me, like I can never get rid of, and I just always look at it and I'm like imagine telling my younger self that like this is what's happening right now. It's like crazy, and like like to I feel like I should wear the outfits again just so I can like do like an elevated version. It'd be cool.
Yeah, well, you should just give us a tour of all your drag clothes.
I actually should.
I'd totally watch that.
You should see my drag room. It's absolutely insane. Like I think I need to get a bigger room. Like it's too much. Like it's kind of like the same size as this like studio, and it's like filled. Like you can't even see the floor because there's that much costumes. It's insane, and they're all custom, which is like. I need to stop spending on my clothes.
Like how are you making any money? It's all just going straight back.
But the thing
outfit.
is, like I don't really make any money in drag because I just invest it back. Like any money I get from gigs or like brand deals, like I just put it right back into buying a new wig or buying a new costume. And it's kind of like I just can't help myself. Like when I get money sent to my bank account, it's gone 10 minutes later because I'm buying a wig. I'm really bad for that. But
it's for a good purpose.
Well, that's very true. It's worth the outcome. Do you know what I mean?
So now I want to do something with you called the Who Are You Wearing Quick Change Round.
Oh my god,
so these
that's
are
cool.
just some quick answer questions.
Okay.
I think probably answer them as Cherry.
Okay.
But just to get to know her and get to know her outfits a bit better. So,
oh my god.
Question 1. What are you wearing when you want to feel your absolute best?
Oh my god, when I want to feel my absolute best, I would probably say I got this new big massive ostrich feather costume from Thailand that I wore the other night.
Ostrich feather?
Yes, honey, I'm obsessed with ostrich feather. Like I love it. I would probably say that's what I'd wear if I want to feel my best. Like I want to feel glamorous and I want to feel really like fierce and strong and non-approachable.
Gorgeous. So you've actually answered number 2 already.
Oh my god.
There might be something else.
Okay.
What's one item of clothing that you'll never throw away?
Oh my god, it would be my first ever drag outfit. I feel like I could, if I was to have a house fire, don't put it into existence. But that's the one I'd save probably.
It'll be in a museum one day.
Well, imagine I feel like my drag room is my museum. There's so much like costumes that like mean like a lot to different stories and different things. So I might have to make a museum. I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, totally. Number 3.
Okay.
What is the most you thing or the most Cherry thing in your wardrobe?
Oh my god, that's a really good question. I actually have I got like a custom made fabric that has my face on it.
Okay.
So I'd say that answers that question perfectly.
Literally.
I got it for the Edinburgh Fringe and it like has my face all over it. So that's probably the most me outfit.
I've never had that answer. I love that. Okay.
I'll need to show you it. It's quite funny.
What is one fashion trend you would never try, or what's something you absolutely hate? In the drag
fashion,
world, maybe.
In the drag world, fashion trends. Probably wearing clear straps on your heels.
Okay.
I don't understand why drag queens can't just get a heel that fits them.
Okay.
Like, so many drag queens wear clear straps, and I'm like, I've never had to do that ever when I've even started drag. So I don't know, like, why are they wearing clear straps? Maybe it's because I'm not a dancing queen, and if you, like, kick your foot up, the heel might fall off.
Okay.
But then it's like, why is it not tight on your foot?
Okay, we're coming for the clear straps. I love it. What is something you have worn as Cherry and regretted?
Oh my god, that's a really good question. There was this outfit when I was like 14 that I got. I was wearing this like really ugly pink wig.
Okay.
And like I think I put like a lot of like Pretty Little Thing outfits together. And it was like so disgusting. So I wouldn't be doing that again.
Okay, we're not doing basic, we're only doing glam.
Basic.
And then the final question, and I think I know what the answer is going to be.
Oh my god.
If your wardrobe as Cherry could only be one colour for the rest of your life, what are you choosing?
Blue. No, I'm kidding. Do you know, I actually do, obviously it would be red, but I actually do love wearing blue and pink.
Yeah.
Like I think they really suit my face.
I'm wearing blue and pink today.
Oh my god, not me describing your whole life. I'd wear that. I think like it would obviously have to be red because that is what I'm known for. But I do love branching out and wearing different colours. And I think a lot of people actually like that more when I wear, because they just see all the red outfit as looking the same.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
Exactly. It brings something different, doesn't it?
Amazing. Well, Cherry, before you go, we are coming up to Pride weekend in Edinburgh.
Oh my
You're
God,
here, there, and everywhere.
I am.
This episode's going out on the Thursday.
Oh.
So give us a wee rundown of everywhere people can see you over Pride weekend.
Oh my God, I'm literally everywhere and anywhere. I'm in the Little Picardy next to the Edinburgh Playhouse on Friday, which is tomorrow when you're watching this. I'm there 7 p.m. until midnight, I think, and I'm doing like a brand new Pride DJ set, which is very exciting. We'll be playing all the hits.
You're DJing?
Yes, honey, she's a DJ. DJing.
You're DJ as well?
Yes, honey, I can do anything if there's a price. But yeah, so I'm DJing at the Little Picardy near the Edinburgh Playhouse, and then I am at a private event in CC Blooms with the sponsor of Edinburgh Pride, and then I am at Planet Bar and Kitchen doing a little 45-minute set at 6:30, which I'm very excited for. Planet is like my favourite bar in Edinburgh, and they've been so supportive. So I'm there 6:30, and then I'm at Bohemia with Elevady from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh my god, yes.
You need to come to that. It's going to be so fierce. We're doing like group numbers with Skinny Minnie and Rujazzle, and so that's 8 p.m. until midnight. And then on Sunday, God, I'm fucking everywhere. I'm back at Planet doing a big drag brunch at 2:00, which I think might be their first drag brunch ever, which is really exciting. Like, I feel like it's so important. Do you know, I actually wasn't really doing many gigs for Pride, and then I ended up just saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
Yeah.
But I feel like Pride is so important, especially in Edinburgh, and especially in like this current time of like the world. It's scary. Like, I was speaking the other day, like, I don't know what's gonna happen to like the LGBT community in the next few years, and like that's crazy that we're saying this in 2026. Like, it's scary. And I just watched Tiptoe. Have you heard of the new show Tiptoe?
Yes.
I was in tears at that, and it's so like, it inspired me so much, and it made me realize like how much is changing and going back in time. Like, history does repeat itself, and if we don't do anything about it, then it's gonna repeat itself. So I think in a time like this, Pride is really important. So.
I agree, and you are such a great advocate for Pride, for the community, for drag. I cannot wait to see what you do next.
I know.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Sherry.
so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been so fun to talk about myself.
Yeah! Thank you so much for joining us on Who Are You Wearing today. How incredibly fabulous was Cherry? If you like this episode, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. I'll be back every week with an incredible new guest in the dressing room, getting stuck into who they are and what they're wearing. Thank you.